Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Balak, Shishi. First we'll start with a side thought and then we'll go to the main focus of this evening's Vort. Tovu, Ohalecha, Yakov, Mishkanosecha, Yisrael. We start, when we enter the shul in the morning, we say this bracha that came from the evil Balak. Then the pasuk says in Chaf Dalid, and this would be Vav, Tovu is in Hay, that K'nachalim Natayu, they're stretching out like rivers. So the Sefer Aleinu L'Shabeach by Rav Zilberstein, so he mentions that Bilam is praising the Bnei Yisrael in their temples, in their Bate Knesios, Bate Midrashos, and one of the things that we can do in the Beis HaKnesses is we can do tshuva, and if we say vidoy and we say a proper kavana, we will have kapara, we will be forgiven. But just like a river has the power that you go into it. It's a mikvah, a natural mikvah, and you can be purified as long as you are totally immersed in it. But if you're not completely immersed in it, even a foot or a hand, then you are not purified. So he mentions one of our discussions a few weeks ago, that if you're in the basic Knesset and davening, but you're not fully there, your head's not there, you're engaging in idle chatter, or you're playing with your phone, or answering your phone, then you're not going to be able to take advantage. It's as if you're not there. So remember, please don't get distracted in your base of Mikdash, base of Midrash, or base Knesset. Now, Baruch Simon in Imre Baruch on this week's Parsha, so he has several discussions regarding Tovu, Ohalecha, Yakov, and the ones I want to bring is where he brings down Rashi. The Rashi says that Tovu, Ohalecha is first talking about the sneas that he saw of the Bnei Yisrael when they were camped in the desert, that the front of the houses always faced the back of the other houses. The windows didn't face each other. This way they would not be looking into the other people's houses, the other Jews' houses, and this is a matter of pride and sneas that we always have to remember. He says the second part of the pasuk or separate second interpretation is Tovu, Ohalecha, talking the Ohel is Shiloh, the Mishkan that was in Shiloh, and that the Kedusha came from bringing karbanos, but Mishkanosecha Yisrael, that the Shechina, even after it was destroyed, the Shechina did not go away. And Rav Simon wants to say that these two are connected. The sneas of the bias in the Jewish home and the Kedusha of the Beis HaMikdash, whether it's here or not, are connected when a family acts b'tznius. He brings down the Shem Mishmuel, and who discusses that for our four mothers, Sarah and Rivka, there were miracles going on. One that left when Rivka passed away, when Sarah passed away, and one that returned when Rivka came. That there were three things. That firstly, the candles that stayed lit all week in the Ohel, in the tent, and also the dough and the food was blessed. The Isa was blessed, as well as there was an anan, a cloud that was over the Ohel of Sarah first and then Rivka. This corresponds to three miracles that were in the Beis HaMikdash, or in the Mishkan, that the Ner HaMaravi were made lit in a miraculous way. So that's the candle part. Also you had the Lechem HaPanim, the showbread that was fresh even after a whole week. And then you had the Anan that was on the Mishkan representing the Kedusha. And so these were all three Nisim paralleled for the Avos Imahos as well as for the Bate Mikdashos. And the goal that each of the family of the Bnei Yisrael, we talked about the sneas, is that we should all be like the Imahos, the houses that they led. And Rav Simon brings down a kuntres for Rav Pinchas Friedman Shlita from him or from an uncle of his, that it says that in Gemara Brachos, that one who rejoices with the Chassan and Kala, as it is as if they rebuilt some of the destroyed places in Yerushalayim. Specifically, that they were bringing back the Beis HaMikdash. And the reason for this is because when you sameach the chassan and kala, when then it's like the shechina is there when you make the couple merit being worthy of the shechina, then it comes and joins them, and so therefore it's like the Beis Hamikdash, that you bring kedusha into the world, and that's the churva specifically that we are at least metaphorically bring about the resurrection. And then it becomes a Sheva Brachos Dvar Torah, because the Sheva Brachos are also parallel for the Chanukas HaMishkan, the Zayin Yemei Miluma, the Mishkan. And one of the things that when you're doing the Haskalas Mikdash, the Chanukas HaMishkan, it has to be done b'shleimus, it has to be completely, can't be going on leniencies, it can't be done half right. You can't say that, all right, we're going to rely on Tumah Hitra B'tzibur and use something that's Tameh just because everything else is Tameh, that we're going to use it anyhow. Which explains the question of why by Hanukkah did they make such a big deal to have the fresh Zayis Zach? Why couldn't they just rely on Tumah Hitra B'tzibur? So the answer there is because they're re-inaugurating the Beis Hamikdash service of the menorah, so they had to do it properly. So also the families, when you start a marriage, it has to be done properly, and therefore Hashem gives a bracha that the chassan, and I presume the kala, that they're mochlin, their avonos all 7 days, so it's a totally fresh start, so they can have complete shleimus as they start the relationship. So there we see some ways where the bias of an individual home is similar to the bias of the Batei Mikdash. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week, and please share this Devar Torah. Take care.